The Victims of Crimes Act provides money for crisis centers across the country, but federal lawmakers are proposing to cut this program's funding by 40%, and that could affect some local centers. Emily Murray is the director of Wabash Valley CODA, and the organization provides shelter, counseling, and other programming for domestic violence victims. The Crime Victims Fund is the center's biggest funding stream. The fund was established with the passage of VOCA back in the 80s, and money for the fund comes from the fines and felonies from convicted federal felons. The amount of money a center like CODA receives is based on how much of a cap is based on the funding. So if federal lawmakers eventually pass the proposed removal of $700 million for the fund, it could greatly reduce how much money the federal government can disperse to the states. Shelters can receive the grant every 2 years, and Murray says CODA received a little over $458,000 back in 2020. Then in 2022, CODA received a bit of a cut, with only receiving $431,000. Murray says the VOCA budget cut is something CODA cannot prepare for, as the grant pays for the center's legal advocates, other jobs, and shelter utilities. She's afraid she'll have to do something she doesn't want to do: cut employees.
If we cut employees in the shelter, we have to have a minimum of 8 people to staff the shelter 24/7. So making cuts in the shelter would mean making some really hard decisions about maybe we're not going to be a 24-hour shelter.
Murray remains hopeful that there's still time to change minds. She and other crisis centers are encouraging everyone to reach out to Indiana's senators and congressmen to voice their concerns. In the newsroom, Caitlin Hunt, News 10.